these women don't have anything. So it's kind of like, they're looking for a meal ticket as well. They may not show it up front, but a
Okay.
lot of these women are looking for a meal ticket. They will be submissive. They will do what they need to do in the beginning to get,
Okay.
but eventually, I'm sure they're going to show their true colors. When a man becomes successful, he kind of treats his woman like he treats his money. Because there are
Okay.
many black women who want to be with black men, but
Mm-hmm.
of course, they want to be with the successful black men.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just not enough successful black men to go around. But those successful black
Mm-hmm.
men are choosing to date non-black women. I mean, that's just a fact.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Oshay Duke Jackson, back at it again with an important collaboration here today. And I do thank you guys for being here today. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell. But I have a lovely YouTuber, and she comments on some of my videos. At first, I was a little scared of her when I saw her on solo TVs and she started coming to my channel. I was scared, brothers. But she's a nice looking lady. I'll let her explain who she is and what her channel is about.
Hey, thank you, Oshay, for having me on. Yes, my name is Brandy. Some of you guys might know me. I do have a YouTube channel called It's Brandy Michelle B. So make sure that you guys check me out on my channel, subscribe. And yeah, I'm happy to be here to talk about this topic that we're going to talk about today.
All right, and give her a round of applause, editors. Okay, so a few days ago, maybe last week, I did a controversial response video, and it dealt with colorism, right? And I think that what I was arguing was that a lot of black women look at colorism, and I had like some ladies from TikTok, and I was displaying ladies who were dark skinned, but they were also very attractive. And despite understanding that yes, dark skinned women may not be the beauty standard, these young ladies didn't have much trouble in the dating market, and they were still being approached heavily by black men. But it was something that you kind of disagreed with me in that video, and I want to give you the opportunity to explain what that was.
Yeah, I mean, my views have kind of shifted, on like how black men feel about black women or black men dating preferences, the reasons why that they date non-black women. But yeah, my experience with just the whole colorism thing, I'm judged by whatever black men see me as. They'll come up and be like, hey, are you mixed? And it's kind of like, it's kind of insulting because, I'm a black woman, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like, if you're coming up to me and you're asking me that, you're seeing something, whatever you're deeming to be beautiful, right? And you're
Mm-hmm.
coming up to me asking me, are you mixed? Instead of,
Mm-hmm.
just, believing that I'm black or just looking at me and thinking that I'm black. So that was
Mm-hmm.
kind of my argument. So, and I get it quite a bit, you know?
Okay, so let's kind of talk about, because I know that you're in a very popular city. I won't disclose what that is, but we know you're in a popular city, and I know you have you have female friends, because on your Instagram, you just I'm gonna start hating on y'all because I'm broke. So y'all having a good time on your Instagram. I'm a hater. So so you have friends that are maybe like a darker complexion than you.
Yeah.
What do your friends or colleagues say? That are maybe on the same social economic status or higher than you. What is their interactions with black men?
My girls and I, we have good interactions with black men, to be honest with you. We don't, a lot of things that are talked about in the black YouTube space, we don't really put ourselves in that circle because we all have good relationships with black men. And I want to commend you and applaud you because you kind of you have different perspectives and viewpoints. You don't put everybody in the same box. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So, and I appreciate you doing that because the type of girlfriends that I hang out with and myself, we're very, we're professional, but we can be submissive. We can, we're
Mm-hmm.
nice women. We're good women. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, we're all thing.
When I want to go back to the part where you said that you don't have relationship with black men. Is that what you said?
No, I have relationships with black men.
You have relationship with black men.
Good relationships, yeah.
Good relationships. Okay. So let's kind of from what you see then from your personal experience.
Yeah.
Do you think dark skinned women in general struggle with attracting black men in as much as in comparisons to lighter skinned women?
Well, yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. I mean, especially when a black man becomes successful, right? And I know that a lot of people will say we shouldn't focus on celebrities, we shouldn't focus on NFL players, we shouldn't focus on
Hmm.
rappers and all that.
Hmm.
But I mean, at the end of the day, those people are people. You know what I'm saying? They're
Right.
human beings. They're not just because they earn a higher paycheck than most people doesn't mean that they're not human, right? And I just think that there's not enough representation of a successful black man, getting with a black woman. It's kind of like black women are not. It's kind of like black women are not deserving of that status, if that makes sense. So, for myself, I don't put myself in that category, but you
Hmm.
know, for instance, like if you on the shade room, right? Every
Hmm.
time the shade room posts a black man, a celebrity with a non-black woman, you're
Hmm.
gonna always see black women in the comments. Oh, he don't like black women or blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
like, if there's something there, if so many people comment like
Hmm.
feel a certain
Hmm.
way about it, and there's a
Okay.
reason why.
Okay. What is that? Because I think the reasons that we may have could be very much different as to why that is the case. I want to get from
Yeah.
your perspective. Why do you believe that black women feel that way? When black men are successful, whether they're in any industry and they're dating, light skinned women, mixed women, or non-black women. Why do black women think that's the case?
I feel like black women think that's the case because, you know, when a man becomes successful, he kind of treats his woman like he treats his money, right? Like society standards is, straight hair, lighter skin, uh, better, smoother skin, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? European features. So I think
Hmm.
that's where that comes from because I've heard a lot of women say that. Like
Hmm.
they compare money to the type of women that they are with. And I think,
Hmm.
black women feel like, damn, like, are we not beautiful enough? Like, are we not
Hmm.
worthy of this? Like, so I
Hmm.
think that's where that comes from, O'Shea. It's kind of like a ego thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because there
Okay.
are many black women who want to be with black men, but
Hmm.
of course they want to be with the successful black men,
Hmm.
and there's just not enough successful black men to go around. But those successful black
Hmm.
men are choosing to date non-black women. I mean, that's just a fact.
Okay, so I want to make sure I understand this. I'm trying to get my Kevin Samuels on, but I'm trying to make sure I understand this. What you're telling me is that when black women see that black men, once they become successful, because my grandma had the same saying, once a black man get 15 cents in his pocket, he go get a white woman, right? And they believe that okay, it's a black man treats a woman like he treats his money, so he's looking to
Not
fit
all of
more into the system. Not
them.
all of them, but we're kind of generalizing here. He's looking for those features, those things,
Right,
and it's really based on the physical appearance.
right.
That's what he's going for
Mm-hmm.
because now he can afford that physical appearance.
Yeah, exactly.
And what I'm kind of getting from you as what you're inferring is that black men in no shape or form are looking at how maybe these women in the community that say they want these black men, how they're being treated by these women at all. And I think that's where the conversation may get lost because when I'm talking to black men, sure, there's going to be some black men out there that love exotic looking women. Just we understand that.
Yeah.
I think what black women are looking at is that okay, what is your positioning to where these men are and where like you might want to be with the man, but do you know how to? And see, I think that's where the conversation gets lost because a lot of black men once they become successful, opportunities are many, not just in how much money you can make, but where you can live. And so this is the more you make, the more you go up. Unless you're in one of those black cities and you're really into maybe the black church scene or the black entertainment scene or something like that, you,
Yeah.
your opportunities become different. And so you do get into that stratosphere. You're not, maybe seeing as many black people before. And then what can happen is like, oh shoot. I'll give you an example. I was dating a young lady and I was going to go help her wash the dishes. And she was like, oh no, that's my job. And so as a man, you're like, you don't even think you deserve that kind of stuff. Like, hold on, no, I'm trying to be a good black man here, baby. Let me bust these suds. And she's like, no, 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 no. This is what I'm supposed to do for you. And I think that what black men are experiencing outside of, okay, she may look good, that helps, but what about the treatment? Why don't black women ever look at what is their treatment towards, or are their position towards getting a man? Where does that play into this process?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you have to take that into consideration. But just kind of going back to what men initially are looking for, men are very visual, right? I don't think men date women or choose to date a woman with European features or a non-black woman with that in
Mm-hmm.
mind. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's first going to be looks. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and then how you treat, how you treat a man, should the man look for that first? Of course. But no,
Mm-hmm.
men just don't do that.
They
Kanye
don't.
West, case in point,
Yeah. Yeah.
he found his dream girl. His dream girl is a Armenian woman,
Yeah.
looks wise. But then later on, he found out, damn, like Kim got a lot going on with her. She's got a lot going on with her family. That was
Mm-hmm.
secondary, and he learned the hard
Mm-hmm.
way. Now he's got 4 kids with her. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, there are some black men that have those proclivities. I'm not going to debate that.
Yeah.
But what I will position is for some of the other guys that are not in the entertainment world, and I know that's kind of hard because you can't see these particular men. We can see the Kanyes and we can see the Jamie Foxxes.
Right.
But what I would say is just like black women, they have experienced negative relationships in Black America, and they may have a little disdain. I think that what happens with black men is that there are black women who are equally as gorgeous, if not more. And you get a lot of benefits. And I'm going to talk to you about that. Because, see, in Black America, I come from, me personally, I grew up in Sacramento, California, LA.
Oh,
But
wow.
there was a kind of a sense of understanding that, hey, if you bring somebody here that's not Black, you're going to kind of be out of the Black community if you're a successful Black man. So you might not be able to do a lot of businesses, you might not get a lot of connections, and then your community is going to respect you a lot more if she's Black. Not only that, white folks is going to respect you a lot more if she's Black. So I had an incentive. And I think many Black men, you have an incentive to stay. You want to stay in the community because you want to bring your wife to your local church. You want to bring your wife to, you want to do that. You don't want to be the guy that's looking stupid at the white family affair. You're the only dude there, and somebody's car keys getting stolen. Everybody looking at you. You see, so there is really an incentive culturally for Black men to stay in the Black diaspora. I don't understand why Black women don't understand this. A lot of Black men, the last thing that you want to do is to be like, okay, you're in Poland, you're married to a Polish woman. You're all the way, like out of your own culture and uncomfortable in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
I think that what a lot of Black men are seeing is, and even in America, it's the same way. You get a white woman, people look at you crazy. People have things to say, nasty things to say. I think that what's happening with a lot of Black men is that, I think the Black women, some of them, not all of them, they expect like, okay, well, I'm a professional woman, I look good, I'm smart. Where you at? And
And not focusing on how to treat a man.
like, yeah, like I deserve you. Like I had a lot of I won't call them white female friends in college, but they were there, and I noticed that the reasons that they were wanting to get married is inherently different from sisters. Black women wanted to get married later on in life after they have got their own stuff in their house, and white women and Asian women, they were looking to get married in college many times, and then they were looking for certain characteristics like, what is his potential? Is he a really good man? Is he going to be a good father? They were looking at those things socially in comparisons to Black women who were not looking at those things as important. Black women were more concerned about, what the man looked like. And not just to be real, a lot of Black men out there are not Black women's prototypical good-looking guy. I mean, everybody can't be fine as me. I'm just saying, but you get what I'm saying, right? So most guys, sisters will be like, look, the only way I'm gonna mess with you, you're gonna have to come with 300,000, okay? Because and it's like, oh, you're a little cute now. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So a lot of these ladies, these guys, when they make it, they wasn't worried about these dudes.
I get, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, well, you're here now. Whereas, and I'm not saying that the white women are different, but I do see that these other ladies are trying to be a little bit more competitive.
Yeah.
And I think though these are the things that black women don't look at. Well, black women look at, oh, he just with her because she's light skinned and white, and that does happen.
Yeah.
But for other cases, I think you have a black man that will say, well, I'm indifferent. I mean, I'll take a woman that is from Asia, but that don't mean I won't take a woman that's from America. I mean, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I've heard that argument. American
Okay.
women, American women are this and that, and we're not submissive, and they rather a woman over there. But it's in that woman's culture that it's embedded in them to accept anything from their man. I hate to say it, sometimes,
Okay.
even if it's abusive situations,
Mm-hmm.
these women don't have anything. So it's kind of like, they're looking for a meal ticket as well. They may not show it up front,
Okay.
but a lot of these women are looking for a meal ticket. They will be submissive. They will do what they need to do in the beginning to get.
Okay.
But eventually, I'm sure they're going to show their true colors. Just like, what's her name? What's his name? Ubum Sali, the African guy who
Yeah. That guy got killed.
black women, and he got with this white girl. Praised her. I'm sure she started out as being very submissive. She's cleaning the house, cleaning the toilets, whatever it is that she started. Him taking her to McDonald's, right? I'm sure they started out with that. Very, very low standards. But look what happened in the end.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, and I'm not saying that black women don't need to, they should focus on being, how they treat their men. I've seen some memes. I've seen some comments on social media about you don't need to cater to your man. Well, I don't feel like that. I absolutely think that you should cater to your man. So do I think that there are some black women out here who kind of need to get their shit together on that? Of course. But there are also white women, some non-black women who are the same.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, don't put everybody in a box, basically.
Right.
Don't judge a book by, you can't judge a book by its cover. You have to get to know the book first. You have to read it before you really make a decision. So that's.
So let me kind of go back to this point, because you made a pretty good point here. You think that if black men, and I know you didn't, I was talking about dating domestically in the country. I think you did make a hint that a lot of times black men that are dating, and that's very popular now. Brothers going to Colombia, Dominican Republic, those kind of countries, Brazil.
Right.
So what you're saying is that those dudes are over there getting. Those women are only doing that because they're looking for a meal ticket. A lot of times. Okay, can you kind of go into further detail about that?
Say it again. Sorry.
Yeah, can you kind of break that down?
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, a lot of those women, they come from very, impoverished situations. So of course they're gonna do what they can to attract men from America because they're looking for, their way out. So a lot of times, men be careful of that because that, many situations have happened where this, American men go over there and look for women and these women are scamming. Stealing money right underneath their nose.
So I want to know then, because if foreign women are looking for a meal ticket, which I wouldn't disagree.
I'm not saying it's all foreign women, but
yeah, not all foreign women, but let's just say that women are looking for somebody to, make life inherently easier on them.
Yeah.
What are American women looking for?
I mean, but Oshay, a lot of American women have their own. A lot of American women have their own, and so I can't speak for every woman, but I've heard that we want a man who is stable, right?
Okay,
that's important. I I'm not saying that all of my friends want millionaires, right? But a lot of my friends are dating guys who are, earning just under $100,000 or at
Okay.
$100,000. So it's not like we're out here looking for millionaires. Okay, we're
Okay.
looking for decent men. We're looking for men who are going to be faithful.
Okay.
Okay, who are going to be partners, like
Faithful like me. You know, I don't be cheating. I'm just saying. Don't tell nobody.
we're looking for men who are good men. Who are
Okay.
hardworking men.
So let me kind of I'm gonna deal with the hardworking men in general, but I want to come back to that statement.
Okay.
Let me kind of go to this idea because I've heard some arguments of when black men are asking for submissiveness, and I was listening to one of the Kevin Samuels old shows
Hmm.
just like 2 nights ago, and he was saying the difference between maybe 70 years ago, 60 years ago, and today is that average men were getting submissiveness in America. And in the argument that you're hearing now, because with women becoming somewhat so successful in today's economy and in industries, what do black men? What reason do they give me? What are they giving me to submit to? So I want to talk to you about that because I have been hearing that as a talking point from some people in the divestment community, and like I said, it's a good question. Do you think that it's black men's um, lack of development in the black community that's leading to women not submitting to them because they're not maybe organized as she should be, or they don't have as much economic power as they should? Is that one of the reasons why black men are not getting the submissiveness from black women?
Um, I don't know if it's so much the economic. I mean, I guess the modern woman. I've seen some comments and I've seen some memes and things like that. And to them, yeah. I mean, if a man is a high earner, then yes, he's gonna automatically get respect. But
Hmm.
um, I think if a man has goals, right?
Hmm.
If a man has goals and if he's consistently working on himself, I don't see a woman turning that down. Especially if he's doing what he needs to do to treat her good. If he's being attentive, if he has excellent communication, all of those things I
Hmm.
think are important to black women.
Hmm. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like don't, if you're a man who don't have goals, why would I want to be with you? If I have goals of my own,
Right.
dreams of my own,
Hmm.
why can't we work together on the dreams and goals? You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So let me kind of that's important. I think because you women like you, and I'm going to reference Kevin Samuels' call-in show.
Yeah.
At least the ones that went viral, we didn't hear women in the gray area such as yourself that okay, you have 70,000, I might have 65,000. I'm attracted to you because you are a good man. I'm willing to work with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are women like that in Black America. You're
Absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely, O'Shea.
Okay, so
See, I think men are focusing too much on the Instagram ladies, Instagram
okay,
models.
okay.
Okay. So a lot of those women, a lot of those Instagram models, I mean, of course they're going to think like that because they've got millions of followers, they've got thousands upon thousands of followers,
Mhm,
and a lot of them, they want a man who's a high earner. They are doing all that for a reason. These girls
mhm,
get their bodies done. They're on the gram showing all their body parts. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
So obviously they want
mhm,
attention,
mhm.
and so
So
that's
so there are these groups of Black women, which I mean I wouldn't disagree, but they are in the middle there. And
yeah,
Black men are somehow just either they're really like concerned about the complete delusional ones that it's entertaining, right? The ones that are like 5,000 pounds or 17 kids and want a man making $1 million a year.
He ain't lying.
The ones they don't want are they're trying to go with the ones who are just really vain,
right.
but somehow they're missing these ladies who are in the middle
Yep,
that are willing to work with Black men.
you got it.
Okay, so let me kind of talk about that.
We
Attractive.
in the house though. We don't be out like that.
Okay,
We
so
don't go.
attractive young women like yourself. because
Yeah.
I seen your Instagram. I was listening. I'll be simping. I was like, God damn. So somebody who you walk down the street, you gonna get 37,000 dudes talking to you every day. Let's just be real. We gonna because I'll be number 38. Okay, we're just gonna keep it real. So you get all these dudes talking to you all the time.
Mhm.
Here comes educated Ronnie. He makes $75,000 a year, and a
Mhm.
woman who looks like you in any major black city, you walking out the gas station, it's going to be dudes making a lot of money that's going to be trying to talk to you. So
Right.
women like you don't have you got like a lot of opportunities, right?
Right.
So a guy that may make seven things, and you have like, okay, here's a dude that might be a doctor, or he's a dude that might be a IT guy. So what about the $75,000 guy who is like, hey, good, sitting in the thank me, sad music. Yeah, baby, I just give me the typing sound effects, y'all, like text messaging. Yeah, he'd be like, good morning, babe. Hope you have a good day. All that kind of stuff. I know you hate getting those. So where does that leave a guy like that at? Because a woman that's attractive like yourself, you have a lot of Negroes thirsty DMs, and you don't be like doing anything outrageous, but a man's gonna try to talk to you. So where does that leave a guy like that out? When you have women who are average to above average looking in the Black America, especially if they got any kind of body, dudes is talking to them.
Yeah.
Dudes is turning down, stopping their brakes, pulling over their Range Rover. Like you already know what's going on.
Um. Yeah. My girls and I, we have options, of course, but we focus on how the man is treating us. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like we don't. I've dated all sorts of men. Just putting that out there. I've dated
Okay.
very high earning men. I've dated, you know, men who aren't high earners.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a partner with, and we help each other kind of grow. So I've had several options like that, and well, it was for me. It's the what's important is how the man treats you. You know what I mean? Like just because a man is a high earner, which a lot of times those men are gonna cheat. They're not gonna communicate very well. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
times, not saying it's all of them, but a lot of times the guy, the nerd who's earning 75K, I love a good nerd. Okay, for myself.
Okay.
But yeah, the guy who's earning 75K, who is a nerd, might have a chance depending on how he treats me.
Okay. Okay. And so that's the important part there. The word might. Okay. And this is, and I want to bring it back to dark skinned women because dark skinned women who are attractive, we just gonna be real. Even if they average, but if they're somewhat in shape and got a nice body, brothers, thirsty black men, listen, they're gonna be talking to her
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
Somebody gonna be wanting to marry her.
yeah.
She gonna have a lot of, a lot of opportunities, and this is what I'm talking about. Even dark skinned black women that are attractive, they're gonna have a lot of opportunities too, and that was the basic discussion. So let's say for these black men out there, and I think this is what happens a lot. If you're a guy that makes 80, $90,000 a year, and you like black women, and and if you like black women that look decent, take care of themselves,
Mhm.
you're going to be like number 11 or 12 on the unless you're in some kind of social club or social community.
Yeah.
And so what you see happening is, and I'm going to tell you exactly why you see some black men with white women, because okay, you have a lot of black women who might be more attracted to another guy that makes less money. You might be taller or whatever else. So then you see this same black guy like, listen, well, I'm like on number 11 on the depth chart. I'm getting these one word responses. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but let me go check out what's going on over in the other communities. And what you may see over the other communities is that it may be a little bit more open. So you might see that guy 2 years later. He might be with a pretty good looking a white lady, and you be like, oh, remember that dude tried to talk to me? I just wasn't interested. But it doesn't mean that he didn't want to talk to you, because he did. And that's the story of many black men.
Yeah.
Many black men, I very rarely met black men like, I never want to talk to black women since the day I was an embryo, brother. I never liked them. And no, I've never heard that for the most part. Most black men wanted to deal with black women for the most part. And then for whatever reason, what happened was it didn't work out. So guys, ended up, maybe their job moved them somewhere, and they found it extremely easier to date or
Yeah.
to talk to women in other communities, and they kind of stayed there. I even talked to a brother. Um, what's this guy's name? Dr. Mark. I did a show with him about a year ago. He was married to an African American, I believe initially at first, and he only dates in the Pan African community. And the
Mm,
first thing he said is, I went where I want. I went where I was accepted." He never goes into great detail as to why,
yeah.
but he always talks about he goes where he's accepted. So this is, I think this is what black women don't understand on the backside. The good looking black women are decent looking black women, even if they're not always conceptually good. They have opportunities. It's not like these guys are going to be sitting there waiting for them all the time while they just be like, okay, well, listen, all right, you do you know over there, yeah. I didn't like you 5 years ago, and I'm bored. Like, what you doing now? The guy's already married now. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. And and that's why my opinion has kind of changed on that. I know that there's many of black men with that story. They've wanted to date black women in their days of having nothing. And then, it's kind of like once they get successful, it's kind of like, okay, you didn't want me, so now I'm gonna, you know, go where I'm accepted. Yeah. So I've definitely heard that. So my,
Okay,
my feelings have changed on it.
okay. So let me ask you this: for black men that you feel are trying to stay in the dating communities and date black women, that they're having issues trying to find these women in the middle, because I always hear black women say, well, none of my, I got a lot of friends. And, hold on, Sam Music, I got a lot of friends in the black community, and they fine, they all single. None of my girls act like. I always hear that, right? Every black woman says that. But where are these black women that black men can, what do you suggest these brothers? How can they find these women who are so willing to work with them, that are attractive, that you ain't gotta have like $30 million every day? Where
Yeah.
are these women at that you know, and other black women they know, and black men that might be interested? They have a hard time trying to find these ladies.
I would say coffee shops, the grocery store, simple places. You won't find us in the club. Like nice restaurants.
No, no crip walking at the club, huh? No, okay,
But yeah, just definitely not the club. Definitely not ratchet places or anything like that. I mean,
okay,
well, we like ratchet a little bit, but
right.
yeah, just simple places like that. Smoothie
Should we
shop.
start like a Should we start like a matchmaking?
Oh,
Should we do that?
that's a good idea.
We gonna talk about that, because we gonna take these niggas money. I mean, we gonna help these brothers out. We gonna help these brothers, help these brothers in
I
the
like
black
that.
community, brothers. I'm sorry about that. Kind of slipped out, brothers. I didn't really mean to say that, brothers, but
That's a good
I
idea.
love you guys. I do it for the culture. Let me ask you this: do you think? Because I heard like matchmaking events that women get. These women are not so happy. I know that they're in many black cities. Women come together with these matchmaking events, and there's, I guess, have you ever heard of these things? How do they work?
I've never I've never done online dating or matchmaking events or used a matchmaker, so I don't know
Is it
how
because you're fine? Is that why it is? You don't have to worry about that?
I don't have to worry about
Huh?
that.
You don't want to talk about it?
No, I don't know how that
Okay.
works.
You just want to be. You don't want to be conceited right now, huh? I
I'm not
see.
good.
You don't want to talk. We talk about it later. Okay. So, but have you heard of these things though?
I've heard of them, yeah.
Okay.
Heard. I just don't know
Okay.
how they work. I think I don't know. I don't know how they work. I think you can like sign up for like Match. Is it Match.com? Is like the big one.
I think there's some mixers. I'm sorry. These are real things. People come to this and they like.
Oh,
There's food and stuff. There's,
wow.
yeah. There's food. There's like free water bottles and all kind of shit.
Wow.
There's
Okay.
a nigga over there with a violin and everything.
That sounds nice. But
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
think nobody ended up getting matched, but we need to take these people's money. I mean, we need to help these brothers out with this, because I believe. But I'm serious though. So
okay.
we're gonna talk about it. So we're gonna see. So listen, what we're gonna do is this: we're gonna put up a poll after this. Do y'all want me and Brandon to share? We're gonna try to match y'all up, okay? If y'all want us to do this, but you gotta pay us though, because we're not doing this for free. We gotta
Right.
get y'all. You gotta run us our donations. So we're gonna put it up, and people who want to be interested, we'll see what we can do. So we're gonna go to the community tab after this video and go vote. Okay, go vote in the community tab, and then we'll see. Yeah, see if y'all want to see something like that. We'll put together my editing team in her intelligence and good looks. Listen, and y'all's money. That's a trifecta, because we know y'all gonna fund it because y'all thirsty. So but anyways, Brandon, can you tell everybody about your channel and why they should subscribe to you, especially on your Instagram? Because I've been over there stalking it. Can you tell them about the YouTube page?
Yes, my YouTube page, it's Branding the Show. It's down in my signature. But yeah, head on over to my channel. I talk about celebrity gossip topics. I'm very entertaining. So yeah, that's why you guys should come on over, check me out, subscribe. But yeah, thank you, Oshay, for having me. It was fun talking about this topic, and I always give you your props.
Right.
So
You be arguing in the comments too. I be seeing you, but I ain't gonna tell nobody though. But so guys, go subscribe to her. I was scared of her at first. I'm like, I seen her on solo TV before. She's over here starting shit. But she's really nice though. She's really nice. So I was so glad to see her come on, and she's really been supporting our channel and stuff like that. So subscribe. First comment pinned to the top. That's her channel. Go check it out. And then I'm gonna put the community tab up and see how much money y'all gonna give us for this service. Because y'all love entertainment. So we need y'all to get us rich because we know y'all want to do it. It's God has called you to give us all your money. So we appreciate this in advance. Amen. Okay. So we really, and we gonna spend it too. It's gonna be on some stupid shit too. Yeezys, weaves, it don't matter. We just gonna be doing whatever we feel like doing with the money. But any last words, Brandy?
No, just thank you for having me. This was an excellent conversation, and like always, Oshay, I do appreciate you and your different points of view, and I can't wait to see what this matchmaking poll is gonna look like.
Can I get a cha-ching sound effect? Oh, I'm about to be so rich. I could change my curtains and everything. Shit. I'm telling you, we're gonna be in France gambling, craps. Just it don't even matter. It's all kind of shit. But guys, listen, I gotta go. I gotta figure out how to take y'all money on this matchmaking thing. So me and Brandy gonna be figuring this out. So guys, go to the first comment at the top, subscribe, hit the bell, and as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. We out.